All right, man. Let's get this thing rolling, Brody.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Been good.
Been good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer's off to the moon, fam.
Yeah, summer, I think it's full throttle, which, what is it? What is the official day? Is it?
I think it's June
Something,
June
around there.
17th, but it's the middle of the year. I think yesterday or the day before was the exact middle point in the year.
6-month mark.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like, when it comes to like, you become an adult, do you think it's like time just moves by super fast because we just caught up on like life and busyness and shit? Because I'm like, damn, bro. Like what? In the beginning of the year, we were like, let's do this podcast. And like, now we're in that midway point where it's like, shit, bro, it's the middle of the year.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I heard I forget how it goes, but it was a saying I read the other day, a quote, and it was like, it's so funny how day by day nothing changes, but then a couple years down the road, you look back and everything's changed. So day by day, nothing changes, but then you look back and everything's changed. And that's so crazy. Like, you get caught up in the day to day, but then you look back, and depending on how you've chosen to live your day to day, you look back and maybe those gains are positive or negative, or nothing, because nothing's happened.
And it's crazy, bro, because I can see that. It's just kind of like when you start working out and you start lifting and you like expect to see these muscles, but it's like you see yourself every day, but you are making progress. And I think it goes like the day to day.
Yeah, you run into somebody you haven't seen in a while, and they're like, damn, bro, you've been lifting. You look bigger. Like, really? You can see it? Yeah.
So I can see that happening. And
it's a good saying. It's but that means that you need to just make small changes. Like Atomic Habits, good book, like small, like we talked about, like small. And then the chart goes like this. Yeah. The day by day, just like.
It's crazy, bro, because, when you grow up and you're a kid, bro, it seems like you want to be this adult and you're waiting it feels like you're waiting your entire life to become like, I want to be 18, I want to do whatever the hell I want, and then you become an adult and you're like, holy shit, this is flying by. So it's definitely one of those things where your parents or grandparents would be like, enjoy your youth and enjoy, right? You had your grandparents or parents say,
always
like,
say that. I tell my little brothers
don't
that,
rush.
yeah.
Yes, don't rush that shit, because it's totally different, and we don't get prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You can get good parenting, but I feel like you don't get prepared for it, like to just be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on all. Yeah, if it's parenting, right? They do. Yeah, they're supposed to prep you. The people that raise you are supposed to prep you for everything in the real world, but they got jobs, they got lives, they got to support you. That's financials, and that takes a lot of their time.
How do you think you got two brothers, younger, and you've been your ups and downs and shit. So how do you prep your brothers, bro, to like?
Always communicate about my experiences. So, and whatever's relatable for them at the time, like what are they going through? Do they have everything they need? I think I've taken a lot of times where I wish I was at home with them, going through like the day to day, like middle school problems. Like even my sister, like I wish I was going through those day to day with her, but I had to, like, for a separate part of time, I had to bounce too. I had to go to the Navy. I had to make myself better just to make them better. So like, I think, but then I just share my experiences, bro. And whatever they're going through at the time, even if it is like I got to look back and, well, what did I do in high school? Like, how did that affect me? I'm like, oh, bro, this is how it happens. People are just going to hate on you. This is, you know what I mean? But I just give them experience, bro. Communicate.
Yeah, that's big.
And not be and then let them be comfortable enough to like communicate with you. And that's all about how you lead them. Like, you got to be hard on them, but you can't be hard on them to the point where they can't open up to you.
Right.
Because they can't open up to you, then who are they going to ask? They're going to go ask someone else.
At the end of the day, like, you're giving them advice, but it's all with the best intentions. Like, even if it's not what they want or they agree on, it's like, it's always the best. Yes, it's always the best intentions. Like, I do that with my brothers all the time, especially with the stubborn one.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's not me being the villain. It's just like, bro, my mom was 6, 7, 8 years older than you, then like I've already been through shit like that. So it's like, I'm not saying it to be to bring you down the cloud. I'm just saying it because I want the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to go through the trials and errors I went through. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So, sometimes it takes, some people get it, some don't. It takes some, for them to just jump and do it to figure it out. But
well, that's at the point where you can't you give them that advice, you give them the whole layout, which I've done plenty of times, and then they do whatever they want. But you can't let that frustrate you so much to where you, like, because then all of a sudden it ruins the communication because you get so frustrated. Like,
and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell him this because then he gets super frustrated. So
the way I end it is I'm just like, all right, I've given you all the variables. I've given you exactly what I know about this situation, the ins and outs. If you choose this, it's probably gonna happen. If you choose this, it's probably gonna happen. Now it's up to you. But hit me back up. Like, let me know how that shit goes. Yeah. Because I love you, G. I love you, Wade. Let me know how it goes. And then but I let it go like that.
Right.
Because then when they come back, it's also a self-learned too thing. Like, oh, he was right. But you're not the type of person that's like, I was right.
I told you.
I don't say that. I told you in the beginning, I'm going to give you all the variables and what I know, but you make the decision. Live and die on your own sword.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You gave them the good advice and you put the ball in their court.
Yeah, that's what I always try and do.
Yeah.
Instead of do this. Yeah. Because when you come off like that, it's more just like, I'm just going to give you all the variables I know. If you choose this route, this is probably going to happen. If you choose this route, it's probably going to happen. And then you play the game.
That's some great advice. And it's cool, bro. It's cool that, your brothers, especially, like, they have a brother like you that already went through.
Likewise, bro.
Yeah.
Same,
the trials and errors and shit. And it's a learning process. But we had to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? We went through our ups and downs.
It's the hard knock life for us.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on here. Like, I want to talk this real quick. We're in a recession. We're in a bear market. How does one capitalize on this, bro?
Bro, we're officially in a bear market. Dropped the S&P 500 from the top 20, top all-time high to new all-time low, which is more than 20% dip. So officially a bear market, which could lead to a potential recession. But you take advantage by buying. I mean, Warren Buffett's favorite saying is like, you buy when there's blood in the streets. This is also an interesting time. The last time we had new tech, like the internet, it was the bear market of 2001 and the 2000s. So I mean, it's kind of like an advantage right now. Blockchain's taking a hit, bro. You see, I never thought I'd see Ethereum under $1,000.
Bitcoin went all the way up to all-time high of 65.
It's at 18,
and now it's at 18 again. Like, shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shit going on in crypto right now. Like, there was an AC3 fund that held over $18 billion in crypto that they looked into their books and they were actually leveraged in a lot of accounts. Well, when you're leveraged, because they were going heavy long, like bull market.
Yeah,
well,
it was. We had a good.
Apparently, they liquidated 65,000 Ethereum from their account. So that means like they just dumped 65,000. So that's why it's tanking even more. Like some of these hedge funds getting liquidated. Some of these early players in crypto.
So let me ask you this, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw a quote that said from Warren Buffett that crypto is a scam, NFTs are scam, or he doesn't fuck with it.
So you haven't kept up lately, but he used to say that, and now he's
okay.
Now he's a believer.
Maybe it was probably an old article that I saw, and I was like,
a long time ago.
Yeah, because I was like, bro, if he said that now, then that. Bro, you're just fucking around with
throwing fire.
Yeah, you're just throwing so people can keep, and it's like, nah, bro, I'm pretty sure you're buying too on it. Like,
but somebody's gonna do that. There, people are gonna do that. Like this is the time. Like hedge funds and people that are smart like that, maybe are more facetious. They're gonna actually say, crypto's a scam. This. Like, let's throw gas in the fire and let's watch more people sell so we could buy it. Yeah.
Because after our last podcast, we went to the crib and we had a deep conversation, Brody. So like.
Yeah.
What we're doing now, what we're doing for the rest of the year,
We're stacking up, bro.
That's the key. Let's get it.
That's the key. So in a bear market, the best thing to do is not spend. It's to save. It's to invest. It's to buy. I'm talking like $100. If you could 10x $100, well, you look, 2 years from now and you got this 100 turn into 1,000. Like every 100 you do every week from your paycheck, every 2 weeks, whatever it is, like, bro, you're looking at 10x gains of some of this stuff, and who knows where Ethereum ends up going. And you got to do your research. It's not financial advice, so always look up your own stuff. But like, there's some good stuff out there. Matic, some layer 2s that are interesting that could be 50x gains after this bear market. It's a matter of like seeing what are your bad spending habits, where you're like, I can cut this, and then what I'm spending every day on this, where there's coffee or whatever the hell it is, you're like, I'm gonna put some of that over there, boom, 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 and it's like you're gonna see. I mean, you just gotta play the long game. Yep, and
just. Because, bro, this bear market.
And I'm looking at like this one even just being like I think it's a 3 to 4 year hold. I think you don't have to go over that. So anything and bear markets typically last 9 months. That's the average a bear market lasts, unless it leads into a recession. But even then, I'm guessing the whole thing's gonna last between 9 to 12 months. So stack up during that time. Look for a 3 to 4 year hold, and everyone's 401k accounts just got smacked again. So everyone was getting rid of COVID. Hopefully, they retired right when they got out of COVID because they can't retire now. And any plans you had during a bear market of you cashing out your mutual funds or this or that, well, cancel those because you got 12 months before we even start going bullish again. And usually recoveries from if you're already invested in before the bear market, recovery takes 3 to 4 years after that in the stock market to get back to where you were. So everyone's 401ks took a hit for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So take advantage and double down on it now. Buy now, buy low.
Crazy, bro, to think about it. It's you kind of think of uncertainty, and if you don't play your cards right, got to plan.
There's no education though. You don't know if you don't know the card game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for
man,
sure.
they didn't teach me the game. You have to learn about internet now. All these people out there putting out this great information, us talking about it here. Plan ahead and watch during this bear market. Learn. Keep your eyes open. Just pay attention to a few stocks. Even, if you're early 20s, usually you go through recessions every 7 to 8 years. So it's likely you're going to see this again in the U.S. in another 7 years. So pay attention now if you're in your 20s. If you're Santi right now, pay attention to the bear market. Just watch, see how stocks do, see how people panic. And then when it comes your time, when you're in your 30s and it's a bear market again, you're ready.
Yep. You already experienced it in your younger 20s, so now you can kind of attack it again and leverage that shit.
Because whenever there's chaos, there's opportunity in anything. Chaos brings opportunity. You just got to be calm and collect and have education of what's going on to make that opportunity, monetize that opportunity.
Yes. Good stuff. Good advice. We're definitely going to sacrifice, grind this whole entire year, and by next year, hopefully we're up there. It's a different story for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Q2, Q3, 2023, we'll be back on the ups and ups.
Yes. Yeah. Good stuff, Brody. So let's jump into the next thing. On our way here, we were listening to the Drake album. What are your first impressions of?
New tune.
Yes.
That boy Jizzy got that new tune.
Honestly, never mind. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, it's you gotta like house. I mean, I've been so many places all around Europe, and Yacht Week is big. Like, this is all house music. This is just Drizzy and house, and he's throwing it. But that's what I'm saying. It's not new. He went international with it.
Yes,
and it's tight because look, Drizzy has no overhead anymore. It's his own label. He's got his own studio at his place.
But I think he signed with Universal, a $400 million.
Yeah, but that's not. But that's
deal.
not. That's not for his music. That's not for the albums. That's like, I think for just him, like it's a brand deal. So he owns his album. He owns his label. Like, there's no overhead. It's all him. Like, just pump that shit out. And he had no marketing dollars. He did zero marketing. So he just dropped music, and it's new house. It's international. You've seen how he did it with Mia and reggaeton. I mean, and then reggaeton's been starting to come up in all the hip hop. He's one of the first hip hop artists to do all house, and he's one of the best American hip hop artists to do it. So like, it's perfect, bro. And I think it's gonna weigh on everyone. I think it's gonna take a little more time, and I think everyone's gonna start. And people gotta do Yacht Weeks. You gotta go on a Yacht Week and then go and just listen to house, all the beats, and then you start just messing with the beats, and that's what's got me more into that. And I hear those beats and Drizzy's, and I'm like, this is all house. But then you got, and I like some of them when he goes off, like he has that 6 p.m. in New York kind of, or 5 a.m. in Toronto type of lyric go off. I like Sticky. Sticky's a good song.
And then the one with
Jimmy Cooks. That one's
Ooh,
hard. Yeah.
21 Savage killed that
21.
shit. Yeah. Man, I would tell you.
What do you think? What do you think?
My first impressions, I was slaughtering the fuck out of Drake in the album.
But you don't really bump house. You don't really bump house.
This is the thing, right? I don't bump house, but I like it. Like, I can go.
Like
I can listen to
But how?
Shit.
Yeah, okay.
Now, it's not like my number one option, but if you put house, we can bump to it. You know what I'm saying? So my first impressions, I was like, what in the fuck is this, Drizzy? But I was like, wait a minute. We're just so used to the Drake that spits bars, that sings this, like, melody for the ladies and shit that, bro, we should have seen this coming. Like, we should have seen Drake testing new sounds. He did it when he went Jamaican vibes. He did it when he went UK vibes. He did it, when he went the Hispanic, Latin side. So it's like, he's always been about testing new things. And at first I was like, man, I I don't get it. But now, because I was listening to the album in shuffle, which was, if you listen to it in order, it tells a story, which I didn't pay attention to. So I was like, oh shit, you have to listen to it. It's just like his past fucking exes.
That's getting deep.
Yeah, it's getting very deep. So it's like, I'm giving it a chance.
I like you, Drizzy.
It's definitely something different. You know what I'm saying? But Drake has done everything, bro. Like, I mean, what else can he do at this point? You know what I'm saying? You
just keep up with new trends. I mean, he's a number one.
He's definitely
hip-hop.
the genius when it comes to that. He was like, let me just target he was like, I'm not gonna target the US audience already. I already stamped that shit. I want a worldwide audience.
And if you think even better than that, like, I'm gonna actually bring some of my fans new shit. Because people in America don't listen to that. We don't have it really in the clubs that much. And we don't have, like, so no one really knows.
That's why the album got so much critic. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, but then I was like, wait. This is more international. This is more like, you know what I'm saying? You can play this at fucking Ibiza. You can play that in fucking Yacht Week, as you said. Like, you go to fucking Amsterdam and you can, you know what I'm saying?
Then you got a Drizzy flow on top of it. Yes. So it's like, as long as you fuck with what he's saying in the flow and you understand those beats, it hit for you. You're like, oh, okay, this is tight. This is tight.
For sure. So I'm definitely giving it some time to digest. I slaughtered it. 2 days ago when it came out, I was like, Drizzy, bro, I just couldn't, like, it gave me at the beginning, it gave me just,
you were expecting something. You know what? You know what that does to humans? You don't expect when you put expectations on things.
But that's Drizzy. That's Drizzy's fault.
No, it's not, because he had no marketing. He didn't market it to anybody. You put the expectation because, you know why?
That's what we used to.
Because when he did market, all he did was he posted it on his IG.
Which was a surprise.
Before the day, and he said tonight, right? So everyone's like, oh, and I seen Twitter lighting up like summer bangers, with Jimmy Cooks is a summer banger. But the whole other ones, Unless You Like House, like, he just didn't throw in that. So you can't blame him.
We wasn't expecting it. That's why it threw me off, because first initially, I'm like, ooh, let me see what's good. And then I hear the house and I'm like, oh shit, like this ain't Drizzy? What are you doing, Drizzy? You know what I'm saying? That's my first.
I get it.
But then as I digest it, I'm like, oh, he's not thinking for us, the US. He's thinking worldwide.
Well, and for the US, but but
But
international.
that's why I got credit, because we had expectations, and we were like, we want the Drizzy, like, we want the
American
One
Dance.
We want the fucking God's Plan.
God's
Plan. We want the, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I was like, I had to sit back and be like, oh, I know, I get what he's always done it. Like, I don't even know why I'm surprised. He's always thinking of like, how can I level up? How can I do different shit? And I love it, bro. To be honest,
I was hoping that J. Cole would hop on it, but I know if J. Cole is gonna do something with Drake, it's not gonna be on that vibe. They gotta come. But they're gonna do something soon, hopefully.
I think I love when artists just try new shit and just experiment with it. You know?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at Drake. Just giving it time. Just give it pay more attention to it, I guess. Yeah. That's what it is. But Drizzy does it again.
I can't wait to see who it inspires next.
Drizzy.
What hip hop artist is bringing that house?
Yes.
Next.
I think that's one thing that a lot of artists, they do get in their comfort zone, and they're kind of afraid.
They're afraid
to try new sounds. And I think Drake broke that barrier because
a long time ago.
Think about it, right?
Long time ago. If you're reading this, it's too late. That changed the whole fucking game. And then the Passion Fruit album.
That was what is it? More Life.
More Life. Yeah. The More Life album.
That shit was hard. That
was
Passion
hard.
Fruit was one.
I think he got all that from Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, like,
I think he was just hanging out in Turks and Caicos. That blend.
Yeah.
With me ain't got no plans.
Yeah, bro. Like
islands.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I think he broke that barrier. But I just right now don't see another artist trying to get out of their comfort zone, especially when they're hot.
Yeah.
Especially when they're hot. Who do you see right now?
You know who gets out of their comfort zone is like Post Malone. He gets out of his comfort zone a lot, and he mixes it up with whoever.
Yeah, that's the thing with Posty. Like Posty, I think he's very underrated. Like he's so good.
There were a lot of people that mixed it up. Like, you know who was good early on in the game that mixed it up was Nelly. Nelly brought in Tim McGraw. He's like, you know what, Timmy, you a G. You don't come with me, and we gonna make a banger. Yeah, and they did. A couple of them.
Nelly was hot.
And he brought in country.
Yeah,
and country, you know, and those were two American sounds that we needed to collab.
Yeah,
like now we got international sounds that we need to collab with American.
I think when Lil Nas X came out when he came out with the old
That was a big one too.
That was a big one too. That was a big collab. That was a big like, oh shit, country. He's black and he's doing country. Like that shit, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it's about. And I think with even like talking like Bad Bunny
music
level,
is art. Music is art.
Yeah, Bad Bunny did definitely with this new album. He stepped out of his comfort zone and he delivered. Like he did some different sounds where you're like, oh shit, you can do this.
So Bad Bunny still got the #1 album in the year. I say he still got the #1.
Hey Siri, what's the #1 album in the world
this year?
Drake
right now?
Because you got to keep in mind, it was Bad Bunny for the longest. Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, anytime a new album of a big artist comes out, it's going to be #1 in that first week. It's just how long it stays up there. Bad Bunny dropped in May, beginning of May, was #1 until now. So it's a couple of weeks straight, like a good 10 weeks, just being #1. Now Drake is, those are the hottest artists, bro. Drake and fucking Bad Bunny. Drake is just, Drake, I love it because a lot of people say like, oh, Drake, your time is up. And Drake is like, I dictate when that shit happens. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's tight.
Yeah. So it's consistency,
call
like
my shot.
Yes. Yeah. It's just the same with LeBron when we talk about basketball. Like,
and he's at a point now where he's already made it. He's already got all these endorsement deals and stuff. Like, you can just put out whatever and I don't even care. Like, as long as the homies fuck with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Good stuff. We'll hopefully keep an eye on that, but let's hop on this hot shit, bro. Let's hop on these finals, bro. What do you think about these finals, bro? What do you think? Give me your intake, Brody. Wow, I would say this. I'm going to say this, bro.
Oh, well, no intake. Okay.
No, my bad. I would say this. I'll let you talk, bro. Go ahead. What is your intake? What is your intake, bro?
I mean, I was just watching our podcast last night from last time. So I was just like, Warriors. I didn't necessarily Warriors in 6. I was thinking Warriors in 7. I thought they were going to handle a Rose Garden and not let them spray all that champagne in the visitor locker room. But I was wrong. And Tatum didn't come through. Jaylen Brown had a great series. I still think it's Tatum's team. Bro, they didn't deliver. And the Curry, Thompson, Draymond, Green collaboration took care of business. Yeah. And good for them, bro. Good for Curry, MVP.
I would say, okay, I'm going to come up with a couple of things for you, right?
Okay.
Is Curry the best point guard of all time?
Time?
After this championship.
Sheesh.
After this finals MVP.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. It's coming from a person that watches the sport and also doesn't play the sport, because I've seen a lot of Chris Paul reactions, and Chris Paul's like, yo, he doesn't like really play make and this and that. I don't really agree with that. But, bro, he's got 4 rings now, and he's definitely up there. He's in the top 5.
Top 5, okay. I can agree with you on that.
He's in the top 5.
I still think Magic is the best point guard of all time.
It's a different game.
It's a different game. Yes, Curry is definitely, I think, second to me. I'll put him over Isaiah Thomas and, whoever, I think Curry's more of a scorer, if you would say, because he really doesn't facilitate the game. Who facilitates the game is Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? He controls the tempo and how things are going to run.
The way they play it.
Right. Yeah. So their system is pretty good. It works. If it works, it works, right? They won their 4th championship. Congrats on them. I would say you were right on the Celtics not having a system.
Yeah.
They were a complete team, as I said.
Ball.
But this is where like I was frustrated with them, is because in that 4th quarter, they had no identity. The last 4 minutes, it's mandatory to give the ball to your best player, which I thought it was Tatum. Turns out it was not Tatum, because Tatum was hiding in the corner for the most part. And it was like, Marcus, I got the ball. I'm going to dribble it out until the shot clock is over. Boom, I'm going to shoot. I'm sorry. I like Jason Tatum. I think he's a phenomenal talent, bro.
Yeah, no.
I think he's a phenomenal talent. And Santi, as you edit this shit, you're going to get mad. But Tatum showed he is the second guy. He is the second best option. I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown performed, did what he had to do. It just wasn't enough. Tatum, you're facing an elimination game at home. If you need to score 40 to survive, you do it. And you go out with the fight. You just don't score 13 points. You're a caliber player. You're wearing 24. You're rocking the Kobe, wristband. Like, no, bro. But they say he loved Kobe so much, he didn't want the Celtics to pass the Lakers in championships. So that's why they didn't win.
That's a real Tatum believer right there.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm
I feel
sorry.
so bad for Celtics. No, well, they made it far, bro.
They
I
made
should
it
feel
far.
bad at all.
Look,
But you know what?
look.
I do feel bad for Tatum. If you're a winner, you go out there and try and win it.
You win.
Even if you shoot and you miss.
Yeah,
And he didn't even shoot. He didn't take that killer mentality.
He didn't, bro.
He didn't
And
take
it's
that
like-
Mamba mentality at the end.
It was an impressive run. If you look at it, like, bro,
Impressive
first
run.
round, they sweep the Nets. Second round, they kill the defending champions, which
Bro,
was the Bucks. Then they go against the Heat.
They pushed me. Yeah, I thought
They
the
had a-
Celtics were
they had
out
a-
since game one. Yeah, of
Yeah, no,
Brooklyn.
for sure.
Brooklyn game one. I thought they were done. Yeah.
I thought it was game 7 series, but Brooklyn was going to take it. Bro, that road to the finals was tough. I mean, you look at the Golden State, they had a fucking walk in the park. I mean, come on. Look who they faced in the first round.
4. That's crazy.
That-
4.
Yeah.
Damn. So LeBron, Curry, they both got 4, right?
Yeah. Finals MVP.
They both got 4.
Finals MVP.
How many?
Final.
He's got 1. How many? LeBron?
4.
LeBron has 4. Okay.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
That's not, bro. I don't want people comparing LeBron and Curry. They're two different players. I'm sorry, they're two different players. LeBron can
just
go
had
to
to
any
him
team and impact immediately. Immediately. LeBron can go to the fucking G League here in Oklahoma and impact that team. They'll make it to the NBA Finals
But not
in their
Curry.
G League team.
But
But
not
not
Curry.
Curry.
Not Curry.
No. Not Curry. Nah, not Curry, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Curry needs key pieces like Klay Thompson. Curry needs key pieces like Wiggins. Let me give a shout out to Wiggins, bro.
Andre.
Wiggins played fucking amazing, phenomenal. Like this guy, very humble. He did what he had to do, and he was like their second scoring option.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was on one. Now I'll give it to Klay. He had a terrible couple of games, but he's just getting back in rhythm, bro. I'm happy for Klay that he's back in. Because missing 2 years.
I don't know how nobody saw that. Like, nobody saw that the Warriors were just going to smack them.
Well, they had to. I mean,
I guess there were a couple nights where there were some things that went south, but I'm like, bro, the Warriors not going to smack the Celtics.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So I got one for you real quick. This is easy.
Okay.
2 seconds. You're down by 1. Do you give the shot to Stephen Curry or Ray Allen?
Stephen Curry.
Here we go again, bro. Here we go again. How you disrespect Ray Allen like that, Brody?
I know
I'm taking Ray Allen all day.
I know. That's why you were doing it. You're going off old analytics and looking at like
The
that.
clutch. Numbers, right? They don't lie, right?
But, yeah, the way you asked that question, I would just frame it as Steph Curry could play right now. We're talking right now.
No.
We're talking right now.
No. I think Ray Allen could still shoot
And
right
and
now.
honestly, I think Curry's got more. He's got more range than Allen, so he
That
can take the
doesn't
shot.
matter the
He
range.
can take the shot for everywhere.
If we
He
look
can
at
take-
clutch
he
percentage
can take
and
it from
clutch
half
games,
court.
we know that in the Celtics, Ray Allen came clutch. We know in the Heat, thanks to Ray Allen, LeBron got a chip because of that 3. Come on, bro. Those are big games. Like,
There's also things
Range?
we knew before going into this last series, but we saw what happened. Like, you can know everything and you can have all the data in front of you. But look, Curry's got 4 rings. He's a winner. He shoots that shit from half court and makes it. He's got range all over the court.
well, the question was a clutch.
I'd give it to him. I'd give it to Curry.
I still give it to Ray Allen. Who would you give it to? Comment down below.
Yes.
But yeah, love these goddamn topics, Brody. Shit good. Okay, now let's switch it up, and this is totally different, bro. You won't believe this, right?
What?
A lady sues a car insurance and wins $5.2 million. So the way this happened is she had sex with her boyfriend in his car. She catches an STD from him, and she's ended up suing the car insurance. She was like, oh,
So how did that work out?
they had sex in the car. I guess that, I don't know. She won, bro.
What?
It was crazy because it was Geico that had that got the hit for it. She was like, motherfucker, you gave me an STD in your car.
Not the Geico lizard.
Yeah, poor lizard, man. 15% could save you 50% more on car insurance, whatever.
Damn, I didn't know this.
But yes,
Yeah,
so she sues them.
Yeah.
They appeal it, and she won the appeal.
Wow. Good for her.
Yeah, bro. And
her.
this, like, when I read the
She
article,
got laid and she got 5.2 million.
she got
But she got STD. She get the clap.
HPV.
I don't know what that is.
What the
I don't know what that is. Darwin.
HPV. I know how to say it in Spanish. It's
Not.
no. We'll Google it right now. What does HPV mean?
Let's just leave it at she got 5.2 million.
Human papillomavirus infection.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just leave it at 5.2 million. That's
yeah, bro. I guess it's bro. It's
so I don't know how she got that and how she sued the insurance company for doing
I don't
her
know
boyfriend's car. Did her boyfriend get anything?
No.
He's out
They
in the
broke
cold.
up.
They broke up.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on, bro.
She got a bag.
Because what that says is that he was out here being a hoe and he was fucking some other hoes. And
because she didn't.
and she got it from him.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So she was pissed. She was like, I don't know how the fuck she came up with the idea of like, let me just sue the car insurance. That was genius. But was it worth it though? To catch the STD.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Right?
5.2 million.
Right now in today's world and inflation.
She got away with it. No, good for her. I mean,
man, I think fucking car insurance are
that's
scams.
crazy. Yeah.
You have to pay what every fucking month, an insane amount. I think that's
car insurance.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I think it should be cheaper, way cheaper than what it is.
Yeah.
You got people paying $500 for car insurance.
It's actually a little more competitive than at least the medical insurance industry.
A little bit, yeah.
It's more competitive, but
yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, bro. You got any story
bro, times? So I was I was at that little party last night, Chris Murray and them, and they were talking about that Buffalo shooting with that guy that created the water and the truck. Well, there's a live video of the guy had a GoPro on.
You didn't know that?
Bro, I didn't know that.
Oh, he live streamed that shit, bro. You look up the video on Twitter or whatever.
I watched it.
Oh, bro.
I didn't even want to watch it. I watched it and I couldn't stop watching after I was watching it. Bro, I just watched people die.
Yes.
Oh, it was awful.
It's crazy, Brody, because I have a clip. I haven't uploaded. By the time of this recording, I have a clip that explains the conspiracy theory behind the top shooting in Buffalo. I haven't uploaded on the TikTok or Instagram because they're going to take that shit down. They took it down on the Spanish one, bro. I talked about it on both. And I uploaded to Instagram and I uploaded it to
Instagram
TikTok.
Took it off?
Yes, they called it bullying and harassment.
Instagram too?
Yes, they mute my sound, bro.
Oh, wow.
So that says a lot. And I'm like, if
should
it's
we not post on ours?
I don't know.
Maybe we
I'm
should stop
still
talking
debating.
about it.
Yeah, I'm still
get
debating. But
shot.
it's crazy because it's like if I'm saying a conspiracy, it shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't be a thing because I mean it's all over the news. It's on Twitter right now. If you look it up, like the footage is there. But yeah, I'm talking about a conspiracy and it gets muted. Like that doesn't make sense. That tells you a lot. Next thing you know, bro, they're coming for me, bro. So if I go,
out, bro, they're gonna come for me too. The co-host gets hit too. Yeah, watch this. We gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Well, the dude was making a car that ran on water, and he was happened to be in the shooting. And man, I don't know.
Bro,
that dude looked like a professional, and he was looking for somebody, in the market. He's looking for somebody.
I don't even want to, because they made it seem like it was racial. Like it was he's a racist. He had an agenda, but bro, they can make it look like the media can make it look like whatever.
No,
they
bro,
want
there's
you
a
to
Mexican guy on the ground. The Mexican guy was like,
First lady.
Oh shoot, and he was like, the Mexican guy was like, and he was like, oh sorry, it was weird.
Yeah, because he was like,
he was
I already
looking for
completed
somebody.
my mission. I already completed it. I already got the target out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go home. You know what I'm saying? You don't drive 200 miles just because you woke up feeling hateful and you want to just, get the minorities. Nah, bro, there was more to it. We already know what happened to the last guy that came up with the
They caught this guy?
Yeah.
They caught him?
Yeah.
Or they caught a guy?
They caught him. And he was, the cops were just patting him. Like, oh, you got anything else, bro? You need some water? Like, it's ridiculous. It's disgusting, bro. But anyways, let's not dive in that rabbit hole, Brody.
Let's not. That's a rabbit hole. Plus,
they come for us, bro. You already know.
Yeah,
shit.
for real. God.
Do you got a crazy story time or
Crazy
something you can
story
think of?
No, definitely got tons of stories. One off the top of the dome. What haven't I talked about? Give me a good topic.
Let me
Give
see.
A Navy story.
Man, we should have came prepared.
Should have came a little prepared for this one.
While you think about it, if you do think about it, I have a crazy story, a crazy, let's say, horror story. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I thought it was based on a real. It is. They say it's based on a true story, but I thought the villain was inspired by a guy named Ed Gein. Right?
Gein.
Yes. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, you look at all of them and they all say based on a true story. And you think, okay, this Leatherface guy was definitely based in Texas. No, it's not that. The director said, I got my inspiration by Ed Gein. Who is Ed Gein? He was a guy that lived in the 1908, 1909, was born there. He was in Wisconsin. And he was responsible of a murder, very important. Like there was a small town in Wisconsin, and this lady named Mrs. Warren disappeared. She was gone missing. She worked at this shop, and everybody was like, "Where's she at?" Well, Ed Gein was a suspicious guy because he took her. All right, let's go back. Right, we're right. Ed Gein lived with his mom and his brother. His mom was very religious. She was like, the women are devils. They're tools of the devil, and sex is not tolerated only to make babies. And like that, okay, we can take that. So Ed Gein believed that. Like, oh yeah, I love you, mom. I worship you. You're my everything. I believe that. On the other hand, the brother was like, nah, I don't buy that. I don't buy on that, right? Ed Gein being this guy that wanted all the attention from his mom, one day his brother died. There was a fire around this house. Ed Gein calls the cops and say, hey, my brother's missing. They pull up to the scene. His brother's burnt with some head damage, and then the cops automatically assumed, they were like, maybe he got intoxicated by the smoke of the fire, fell on the ground, hit his head hard, did some deep investigation. Fast forward to 1945 when 1945, that's when the mom gets a heart attack and she dies. So now he's left alone. His whole entire world is gone. All right. Crazy thing is he's very introvert, just goes to work and just back to the house. He left the house just as his mom left it, right? Well, fast forward to 1946, if I'm not mistaken, 1947, the Mrs. Warren goes missing. And people were like, what is going on? They try to, file an investigation. It leads to Ed Gein. The whole thing is these kids were trying to set him up. They were trying to set up Ed Gein. They knock on his door and say, hey, we need some help. He had blood in his hand. Oh, I'm deer hunting, because he was a professional skin, worked with leather. So he was like, okay, let's go to the town again. So they went to the town, and that's when the cops busted Ed Gein, because he was like, hey, do you know about Mrs. Warren? They asked about him. And he was like, ain't she dead? Wow. And that was a frame, like, oh, motherfucker, boom.
You're
they put
the
him
guy,
in,
yeah.
They cuffed him up, took him to the station, and, they tried to put him on trial, but he kept claiming he was crazy, so they couldn't do anything with him. They go and raid his house, and that's when they find Mrs. Warren. Right?
No.
Crazy part is she's hanging upside down, skin, bro.
No.
You know the crazy part too, bro? That this guy, in his time off at night, he would go and dig up female bodies, because he couldn't, like, any women that reminded him of his mother, he would kill them. Oh, wow. Take them to the house, skin them, and he would do like lamps. He would build lamps off of body parts of.
No!
Like you had a face, pieces of face, his nose as a lamp. He would make a couch off of people's body parts.
Wow.
Yes, bro. And that's where all the Leatherface and all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre get their inspiration off of. This guy, he was a fucking freak.
Ed Gein,
bro. Like, crazy. You know what it's like to just be like, I'm going to go to the graveyard and dig up some bodies, take them to the house, skin them, you got to be a fucking crazy ass bastard. Bro. So he spent 12 years in a mental asylum and just died there. Bro, they couldn't do anything.
I don't know why we just don't get to kill these people, bro. I say we go back to some old martial law type stuff. Like, we getting a little too soft. Like, just blast them in front of the people.
What the fuck?
I don't know, bro. Yeah, some of these people need a lesson. Like, bro, let's get down to the bottom of this. And you do some bad stuff to our society and our communities and in America somewhere, let's take you out in the street and let's make an example, bro. Chop his head off.
I think, man, it's crazy. There's a lot of unsolved cases, and I've been diving into that. In Puerto Rico, there was one, bro. It's crazy where my godfather lives. It's called Dorado. Mm-hmm. So this boy, they killed this boy. His name was Lorenzo, in his house, and his house was like a couple of blocks from my godfather. This story made headlines because it's like this boy, they kill him in that house. He's a 7-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. The mother is not really shedding that much crazy tears. She's very suspicious, and the father's doesn't know what's going on. Apparently, the daughter of the mother had some ties with the government. There's a lot of theories, but the whole thing is they hired a guy that had no arm that worked at a truck. What is those? take out the trash, the truck driver, trash man.
Trash man, yeah.
Yeah, and to get rid of the sheets that were full of blood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. It did crazy headlines, and every time the mother had to talk, she was just like faking the cry, so it made her a suspect too. Like she know what was going on, and based on the information I gathered, it was like the daughter had a tie with somebody, like she was seeing somebody that was in power in the government, and the kid was there in the room with them, and they like, oh, get out of here, you shouldn't even be seeing this, and they probably hit him by accident, killed him, which was like, damn, to hit a kid on accident and kill him, like that's crazy. That's one of the theories. The other theory is that the guy without the arm that drove, he was also responsible for killing him. So it's like unsolved fucking story that made headlines, and the kid to this day, this case is still open. It's unsolved, and it's like, fuck, bro. Like, what do you do? You know, like how do you implement a system where you like, I don't know, like test people psychologically to see if they're there, to see if they can even bring kids into this world, because that's kind of fucked up too when you bring a kid to this world and you just put them in the worst settings ever, and like
that's
like
irresponsible.
Fuck. Yeah, if I was God, I would invent a fucking switch where it's like, you're not mentally capable, you're not having kids. I'll turn off a switch, you cannot have kids.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
But
it's
like,
a perfect world.
Yeah, honestly, like, what don't break you make you though too. Like, you don't know what, hands you're dealt, but hopefully someone in your family is backing you up. You know what I mean? And like, at least you have a chance at life.
Yeah, bro. Was there ever a time where you had a scare, regardless if it was, obviously you told me the Colombian story, which was, but I'm saying like naturally, like let's say, for example, I almost drowned when I was in the beach when I was a kid, because I was in these big waves, right?
Yeah.
And I love that shit because I would run, dive in, and so I almost thought I was gonna die because the waves, like if you're not paying attention, that shit drags you, and you should know that, right? Because you know, I'm pretty sure they teach that in the Army or the Navy.
So there was a situation. So one of the times when I had to get in the ocean, we were out. There's it's called sea states. Sea states from 1 to 5. 5 being the worst, 1 being the least. While we're in the Navy and we're doing some helo ops, and these Harriers are coming in, landing. One of them landed too close. What's that? So a Harrier's like those planes that don't take off by a runway. They take off by lift and land. They're Harriers. So Harriers come on our ship, LHD. So the Harriers landing, while on any Navy vessel, on all the edges, you have all these saltwater activated life rafts. So that means if the life raft goes over and you pull the strap, it'll just inflate in the ocean. So the Harriers burned some of the straps, and 2 life rafts fell over. One of them didn't inflate, and the other one inflated. And so if you see life rafts, any other vessel is going to call man overboard. So my captain was like, but we're in a sea state of 3. So it's choppy as fuck. Basically almost a sea state of 4. So, and it was really windy that day.
The higher the number, the more dangerous it is.
So for a rescue swimmer, we can't go in the ocean in a sea state of 3 or more unless the captain approves it. So so the captain calls us and he's like, hey, Harrier hit the life rafts. Gonzalez called everybody to the boat deck. And he's like, are you comfortable going in? I'm like, yes, sir, let's get it done. He's like, I'm going to send you in with another swimmer, pick who you want to go, and make sure you deflate this life raft or pull it back and let's take it in. I'm like, I told the coxswain, no way that little boat's going to pull the life raft. So let's just go deflate it. So boom, we get in, me and another swimmer get in, we start approaching, boom, boom, boom. We see the life raft. And like I said, it's choppy as fuck out there, right? I take off my fins and I'm like, Brody, you keep your fins on, you stay in the boat. And on our gear, we have a harness and a scabbard, a knife. So I jump in from our boat to the life raft and I stab it. Well, I was like, fuck, the life raft set up in 8 different air pockets. So that way, if it's not just one air that stabs the thing, you have to stab 8 different pockets. So I stabbed the first one. Once I realized that, I start stabbing the other ones. Remember, I took off my fins, and this is a sea state where we're like, boom, boom, boom. Well, as I start stabbing each 8 pockets, the thing starts to compress and fold. So I'm folding in the life raft in the ocean. ocean.
Bro, that anxiety,
Yes,
bro. Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like, fuck. So I roll out into the waves, and I have my booties on, and I don't want to lose my booties because booties go on, and then you put your fins over. I should have went barefoot. So my booties are almost falling off, bro, and I'm trying to survive in the fucking sea state of 3, and the boat that had dropped me off is already like at least 20 feet away from me. So I'm like, bro, and the fucking thing's sinking. I'm kind of like staying calm, you know what I mean? And doing like a side stroke. And the boat came, they lift me up from the harness, picked me back up, and I was like, fuck.
Did you pass
I
the
didn't
mission,
realize
though?
I didn't realize they had all 8 pockets, and it sunk, and then we went back. The captain was like, thank you. But yeah, I went in a sea state of 3, and that was like a little risky.
You
like,
thought you were gonna like,
yeah,
oh shit,
because it was closing on me, bro. It was closing on me, and luckily I just kind of like shimmied out like a little snake and I just felt the life raft go down like to the ocean. Imagine if a string caught me or something and it was pulling me and the waves were hitting. I mean, you never know.
I cannot tell you how many times, because every
never know.
summer my mom would buy a pool, and she would buy the cover for the pool, and it was this big, plastic thing. I cannot tell you how many times I would jump in that motherfucker, and you can just feel the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's scary because if you don't, play it right, that you cannot find the exit, and you're like, oh shit. And I got scared once, and I was like, I'm not doing that shit again, because it's like,
that was in the ocean. Open sea.
Ooh,
sea state
boy,
of 3.
I'm done. And
Yeah,
shit is
bro,
a wavy, so it's making it worse. Man. But yeah, bro, that's one of those.
That was a story.
Yeah, that's a good story, because even with me, like when I think I was probably like 10, 12, and I'm going to this beach that has these crazy waves, and I'm just diving in, and I'm just excited, and I see this motherfucker pulling me back, and I'm like, oh shit. And bro, I got to the point where I was so far that my godfather he was like, damn, I can't even reach you guys. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm like getting tired, but luckily a surfer came through.
Tight.
And he helped me out. He got me on, he's like, yeah, man, you gotta be careful in this and that, because if not, bro, we would have been done. It was me and my homie. We would have been done, bro. So it's scary, bro. You gotta
water
respect.
will humble you. Yeah.
Gotta respect the water, bro. You gotta respect the
water.
ocean. Mm-hmm. You think? What are you more afraid of, bro? Are you more afraid of the ocean or space?
Space.
Space.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I've got more comfortable with the ocean. There's this scene in Forrest Gump where Lieutenant Dan is fighting this crazy sea in the ocean, and then all of a sudden they get out of it and the boat's around, and it's like I love how unpredictable the ocean is, because I've seen it in so many different sea states. Like I've been in a small destroyer boat in a sea state of 5 where when the bow comes down, waves come all the way up to the pilot house type of seas. And it's a big ass Navy vessel, and you're just psh, psh. So I'm like, damn, this crazy ocean could be so harsh and massive. And then I've seen it where all the water is still and the moon's shining on the light. And I'm just like, so I found like peace with the ocean. Space, I'm like, bro, 1, you can't breathe in it, and 2, you can't control gravity. I don't even know how I'd survive in gravity. Yeah. And like, I think to be stuck alone in space on less and less oxygen would be like a shitty way to die.
I don't know. That's still a tough debate.
But to be in the ocean,
to me
would suck. But like, I feel like I'd be more surrounded by life. I feel like space to me is empty. Man. And I feel like ocean, at least, like even in Castaway, when he's down and out, that little whale comes by, and that whale looks at him in the eye, and he's like, does his little psh. At least you're surrounded by life, and life knows when life is struggling, so it gives comfort. Like that whale's giving comfort to him. Like I can't help you physically, but I know life is struggling with life. So like that's tight with ocean. You have that around you. Space, there's no life anywhere. It's all empty and darkness.
I don't know, bro. I think when it comes to asking that question, I just think since we're not that close to space, like
it's more unknown.
It's more unknown. There's like,
so that's always
the
more
ocean,
fearful.
like who knows what the hell is in the Mariana Trenches, which is the deepest. There's no sunlight, and like what other monsters are, because we can look at the beauty and the surface, like all these dolphins and all this, but like what is under there that we don't know? And every time I look at something, a new report that, we found this new creature, motherfuckers look scary, bro.
They look it, but are they?
I don't know. I want to find out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the giant squid is one, like is he a thing? Is he real? Is it a myth? Because I know for the longest he was a myth.
I haven't followed up on the giant squid, but I mean,
the megalodon.
They could, honestly though, all life could be good, could be evil, but they could just live
have their
on
purpose,
their rules.
though.
They have their purpose. And if they're living on and they're hungry,
maybe the megalodon, if he was really a thing, he was probably, his purpose was to make eat the big big monsters, big whales, kind of keep a balance. And who knows? Maybe he got fucked up by something else. I don't know. You know, but bro, did you ever experience a crazy storm?
Oh,
like
yeah.
You're in the ship and
Yeah,
it's raining.
Yeah. Bro, I was like, if we were in a little boat and not a Navy vessel, obviously I'm like, the Navy guys have been through this before.
They know probably.
But I'm like, because you lock down
when you
all hatches.
experienced it at first where you were like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Nah, I was ready. I'm one of those fucking, and I wanted to be outside. Like some people, they let a little bit outside. I wanted to hold it and be like, just feel the water hit you. I was real wild and I was still young, bro. I'm still like 20 at this point, right? In my life, 20.
So you're like
21.
that. You're looking for adrenaline.
I was going to die young.
Yeah. You're looking for that.
So I liked it, bro. And then I'd go stand in the pilot house because we drove the boat. So you stand in the pilot house and just to see the ocean and the whole horizon go from, you're literally looking in the sky and then all of a sudden the ocean, boom, the windows in the pilot house.
Oh, bro, you guys are in a big ass boat and you can see the boat just being moved.
You basically go from you're looking at the ocean and then when you hit that wave,
you're looking
at the sky. And then we go back down.
That's insane, bro.
And then the water just hits the pilot house. And bro, when you're standing outside this boat on a regular Navy pier, I mean, the pilot house is high. So those waves are coming up. If you're just in the ocean right now and you fall overboard, like, we're not saving you. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They're not going to send me in. They're going to kill me too. I can't go save somebody in that.
Yeah, because you're going to drown.
My bad, my boy.
Bro.
Like,
fuck.
If you fall over, I ain't going to get your ass. Yeah.
Do they train you guys? Like, if you guys fall, what would be the best way to survive in a case like that?
Yeah.
Where it's wavy as shit.
So we all have coveralls on, and coveralls just zip up with one zipper. So what you do is you take you do them real tight, your wrists and your pants, you tuck them into your socks, and you grab your coveralls and you blow air into them.
Oh, and
then
floats.
you hold it, and you get a big air pocket right here, and you hold your neck, and you just float in the ocean. But if it's really windy and wavy, you're gonna get, and then you're gonna panic, and then you're gonna. But if it's calm and you at least fell overboard and you don't know how to swim, you could do that. Like,
I've seen that hack. I've seen it with pants too. You can do it with pants.
Yeah.
You grab your pants and then you tie it. Then you use it, and it's like you're floating.
And even most people though, when you're saving them, like rescuing them or whatever, like they freak out because the number one thing they teach you in rescue swimmer school is how to handle somebody freaking out when you're saving them.
Yeah. Do you think it's necessary to learn how to swim, even if you're not a person that doesn't touch the water at all?
You live on a planet that 70% of it is ocean. That's a survival tactic.
Because like my little sister, she's 11 and she knows how to swim, and I'm like, that's key. But then,
key.
Yeah, I think it's key. And then I remember asking my girl and her little sisters, they don't know how to swim. I'm like, you need to teach them.
Yes.
I just think it's a good thing, even though like you might not touch the water, or you never know.
It's a survival
tactic.
Never know.
They kidnap you, they throw you in the water, and now you're just like, oh, I can't swim. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good.
Tons of scenarios.
There's tons of scenarios.
Plus, you should just get comfortable, understand what the ocean is, understand what all of it is. And I think anything in life, you get experience in it, you're less afraid of it.
Yeah.
So whatever you're afraid of, you should just go find experience in it. If you're afraid of heights, like you say, let's go break the barrier. Yes. If you're afraid of this, go play with a snake for a little bit at the local zoo or whatever.
I have a love and fear for the ocetion, bro. I love the ocean. Yeah. But I'm also like, you put me deep where I can't see shit, what's under me, and like I'll probably like start thinking and overthinking. Because when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck. I remember my godfather would take us fishing, open sea, and I'm jumping in that motherfucker. And then 2 minutes later, I fished a little shark that was like this, a baby shark. And I'm like, oh shit, I could have been swimming with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just...
And you know, that's what's crazy is like as even if we don't experience it, as we get older and humans start to become more aware of mortality and more aware of how things bad can happen. That's why parents are afraid of everything for their kids, and kids aren't afraid of shit because they don't see it like that.
Yes.
They just see life. So I always remind myself to not turn actually into that old person that's always afraid of everything. Just because you have an understanding of how everything could affect you doesn't mean you should be afraid of it. Like at the end of the day, the one in front of the gun usually does live forever. You know what I mean?
You, if you had to be a sea creature, what sea creature you would be?
Sea creature. Dolphin.
A dolphin?
Bro, dolphins are fucking sick. They're horny. Super fun. Bro, did you know dolphins rape each other?
I heard that. I heard
they actually rape.
They
gangbang.
Insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I don't know, but they're super smart. That's why I like them. Okay. They're super smart. Dolphins, they understand everything in the ocean. I feel like they communicate with humans very well.
Yeah. I would probably be an orca.
An orca? Why?
Because I'm with the gang. I'm with the gang. If
What do you mean?
Shark, because orcas, they go in gangs and they're bullies. That's why they call killer
bullies.
whales. They're bullies. Yeah, they'll fuck up a white shark that's like 20 feet, 25 feet. They'll fuck them up because they'll gang on them. Like they'll make that a shark does not want to encounter an orca, bro. They're the kings of the ocean, bro. Because they're in, and bro, they're smart too. They have a. Have you seen them trying to get a seal? There's a seal that's on top of an ice, bro, and the seal is trying to survive. 3-4 orcas, what they do is they do this and create a wave and try to knock them down. And they knock them down, and they just fuck that seal up.
I'm gonna be a horny dolphin. Fuck that.
Get
You gotta go killing sharks and shit.
I used to like be a shark, but then I found out about orcas and what they do. I'm like, ooh, boy, I want to be in the gang.
Seahorse would be kind of tight too. They just look so cool.
Seahorse?
Yeah, they just kind of kick it, bob back and forth.
But then you get pregnant, bro.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Every
the
horse
male
gets pregnant?
The seahorse, the male gets pregnant. The male is the one giving birth, bro.
Might have to back them up on that.
Nah, bro, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Let's see. I just
You're
can't.
gonna get reincarnated as a girl because you said that.
Nah, bro, fuck. I could not be a girl, bro. I'm sorry. I don't got time to do makeup, nails, and I don't got time. So if you had to be
She'd be an ugly chick.
I probably would. No makeup, no fucking nappy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Wearing fucking sweats all day, Crocs.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Will you be a bougie girl, bro, if you were a girl?
Oh, yeah. I'd be working it, bro. I'd use that to my advantage, bro. What runs the world? Bro, what runs the world? Bro, they get whatever they want if they know how to use it right.
Yeah,
and now I know the men's mentality, so now I'm taking what I know here, taking it to there.
Well, you might not know, bro. You might.
Well, if you don't know, then
yeah.
Nah, you don't know.
So if you had to be a land creature, what would it be?
A land creature, a lion, baby.
A lion.
Yeah.
I'd be a tiger.
Be a lion.
Tigers, bro. Tigers are the shit.
Simba.
I think tigers, in my opinion, are on the top
Lion.
of all tigers. I think a tiger would fuck up a lion.
No, lions fuck up tiger.
Lions,
bro.
No, bro.
Okay, let's take a poll right now.
Oh, no.
Who
bro.
wins? Who runs the jungle? Lions or tigers?
Bro, the jungle, you know what a jungle
Who
looks like,
runs
right?
it? Lions or tigers? Tell me.
Lions don't live in the jungle. They live in the open. If you go to Africa,
There's lions in the jungle
No.
too. Yeah, there are. Have you
No.
never seen Jumanji?
No.
Yeah.
You're tripping, bro. You're tripping.
My God, bro.
But
so
a
if
tiger,
you got to fight, if there's a
tiger
fight,
will fuck up a lion. I am sorry.
he voted for Joe King when he was trying to run for governor.
A tiger
he voted for
will
Tiger
fuck
King.
up a lion. I'm sorry.
What?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
What? Oh,
all right, I got another one for you.
God.
You got me on one then.
That's horrible.
I got another one for you.
Yeah. What?
Who will win a fight? A grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla?
Shit. Damn, bro. Probably a silverback gorilla. It's gonna be smarter.
You sure?
Silverback gorillas are smarter than bears.
You sure?
But bears have those claws and shit.
Yeah.
But I still take gorilla. They're smarter.
I don't think so. I just
They're
if you
smarter.
picture it, bro, you can never see. All the gorilla needs to do, a grizzly, bro, is just scratch the shit out of a gorilla and
But
they're done.
gonna understand
They're done,
that.
bro.
They're not done. Oh
Bro.
my God. Have you ever seen the silverback gorillas?
Yeah, they're strong, but
I'm
that's all
Amy.
they
How is
have.
that?
They have to get close. How are you gonna get close to a grizzly bear that has the claws of the size of a fucking bro? They're gonna fuck the shit out of the gorilla, bro. I'm sorry,
Oh, I think you're tripping.
bro. Do you?
I think King Kong would slap you right now if he said
Not a grizzly bear, bro. Them grizzly bears are fucking dangerous, bro.
Hey, tigers over lions.
Yeah.
Grizzly bears
Bro,
over
bro,
silverback
come
gorillas.
on, bro. You're
You
gonna
can only
lose
find
this debate.
You can only find these silverback gorillas somewhere in like a small part of the world. Like, bro,
Hey,
these
what
things
does
are,
that have to do with winning a fight? They're gonna get fucked up by a grizzly bear
they're
anyway.
not,
Yes, they are, bro.
Gorillas are
Grizzly
their
bears are
skin,
fucking-
They're not just gonna get through that easy, bro.
Bro.
And as soon as he pounces on you, bro, he's gonna pounce on you.
Bro, the gorilla, the gorilla can get on top of the
Oh.
grizzly and pound him, but once the bear gets you with their claws and bites the shit out of you, you're done. That's
You're
all you
not
have.
done.
Yes, you are, bro. Yes, you are, bro. Come
Have you
on.
ever seen the teeth in a gorilla? Bite him too.
Nah, no way, bro. No way.
He's too smart.
There's no way, bro.
Smart always wins.
No, I think.
Tiger over a lion.
Tiger
God
all
bless.
day, baby. I'm team Tiger, bro. Come on. Ain't talking about Tiger. Nah. Anyways. Anything else, Brody, you got?
That's it. Wrap it up.
Fucking banger. Let's wrap this motherfucker up. We are out, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Sheesh.
Peace.